RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Andy's Auto Body, tire and auto service and sales. First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding member expectations since 1934. Auto Centers Nissan, home of the Wiggity Way. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Roper's Regal Beagle, the Metro East premier sports bar and grill. Liberty Bank, bank locally, bank Liberty. Auto Butler Car Wash and Express Lube, clean, shine, and protect. Alton Sports Tap, sports, food, and good times. Ruderman Plumbing, your locally owned plumbing superheroes. Macias Insurance Agency, your local independent insurance agent.
Welcome back to Roxana High School, ready for the tip-off, and it is controlled by the Comets. Craig Faulkner will set the offense up for the Comets, clad in black uniforms with their white numerals and blue trim. He'll send it over on the wing to David Holden. Holden will kick it back up top to Faulkner. They'll set 1-4 low and go over on the right wing, dishing it off to Schaufelberger. Schaufelberger back up top to Hutchison. Now over on the left wing it goes to Faulkner. Shots up on the inside, no good, and the Shells come away with the rebound. Just underway here at Roxana High School, as setting it up for the Shells will be Zach Gleaner. The Comets come out in a man-to-man defense. Gleaner looking over to the far corner, finds Gentry for three. Nope, comes up a little short, fighting for the rebound. It comes down to Greenville as Schaufelberger corrals the ball. He'll bring it off to Faulkner, and he can get it back at the head of the key for three. Bottom of the net for Will Schaufelberger. He drains his first shot, and just like that, the Comets out to a 3-0 lead. Shells working the ball inside as it is Holden over on the far side. Shots up and no good. Excuse me, that wasn't Holden on the shot. That was Hawkins on the shot. Comets come away with the rebound, and way downtown, Schaufelberger's shot comes up short. Roxana comes away with the rebound. Quickly down in the deep corner, it goes to Trace Gentry. His three-point shot will not fall. He's having trouble from either corner here in the early going. Quickly, Faulkner brings the ball down, gives it to Schaufelberger. Schaufelberger brings it out on a dribble between the circles as he'll set up the offense. Give it over on the right wing and dish it off to Dave Holden. Holden going to drive that baseline. As he does, he stepped out of bounds, and so the turnover will give the ball back to the Shells. Early going, 6:12 to go, quarter number one, 3-0 is the Comet lead. Roxana with the ball, bringing it down the floor is Zach Gleaner. Gleaner breaks it over to the right side, still dribbling, looking for a pass. Tripping as he came out was Trace Gentry. He does get the ball, however, between the circles. Now he'll dish it off and give it back to Gleaner. Gleaner, now this time over to Skiff. They'll go over to the right wing. On the right wing, Foss with the ball. Now he'll give it up to Gleaner. Gleaner between the circles, picks up his dribble and dishes it off to Skiff. Randy Skiff down the lane, through the traffic, and good with a finger roll. Randy Skiff with a nice finger roll makes it 3-2 in favor of the Comets. Greenville will now set up as they will go to Holden over on the left wing. David holds the ball. Now he'll swing it back around to the other side, giving it to Hutchison, then over to Faulkner. Faulkner on the right wing holds it over his head, then sends it down in the corner to Schaufelberger, who's good for bottom of the net. Once again, 2 threes in the early going for Will Schaufelberger, and it's a 6-2 lead for the Comets. The Shells, Gentry has the ball, kicks it off top, now back down to Chance Foss. Foss now going to dish it off to Gentry. Gentry drives the lane and kicks out for a three. It won't go as Gleaner could not find the center of the hole that time. Back over to Greenville it goes as Schaufelberger will have the ball over on the right wing. He'll bring it on a dribble and kick it up top to Holden. Holden going to go inside penetration to Hutchison. Powers up, doesn't use the glass, but still gets the 2 points. Tyler Hutchison, the big 6'5 senior, little finger roll there from the left side. Now a poke. That time, good defense there by Holden as he knocked the ball in the back court, but Gentry's able to race back, and the Shells maintain possession. They trail 8-2 as we approach the halfway mark of quarter number one. With the ball is Gleaner. Gleaner now gives it off to Skiff. Randy Skiff over on the side as everybody's base low. Skiff's trying to dribble up to the middle. Instead, he'll have to dish it off to Foss. Chance will dish it off to Gleaner. Gleaner back to Skiff. Skip with the ball. Holds it high above his head. Now he's thinking about driving. Instead, he'll kick out to the corner. The corner man is Zach Gleaner. Gleaner with the ball, dishes it off to Gentry back up top. Little poke check. Gleaner maintains possession, Gentry maintains possession. Stops and pops from the elbow, and it won't go. Schaufelberger comes away with the rebound for the Comets. Inside the 4-minute mark we go. Comets with an 8-2 lead. 3-point shot up, but a little bit short. Comes up the end of the rim for David Holden, and the Shells come away with the rebound. Back the other way they'll go as Gleaner has the ball on the dribble. He'll slow things up, and they'll set up 1-4. He'll get it off to Randy Skip. Skip on the right elbow looking for somebody, anybody, nobody there. He'll finally give it back to Gentry. Gentry is going to be fouled as he tries to drive down the right or the left side. That foul is going to go against Holden, and that'll be his first. Blake Vandiver will enter the lineup for the Shells. Coming in for the Greenville Comets is Austin Lawrence. Lawrence still wearing a brace on that elbow. As the pass comes over to Vandiver, now down in the corner it goes. There's going to be a holding foul called against the Comets down away from the ball. And I believe this foul is going to go against Tyler Hutchison. So Hutchison will pick up his first, team second. It's a non-shooting foul. And so sitting down now will be Hutchison, as re-entering the lineup is David Holden for the Comets. Shells inbounds and get it in to Skip. Randy Skip going to drive baseline, power up off the glass. No, comes up short. Comets come away with a rebound, and quickly they'll go the other way. Faulkner on the move. He'll dish it off to Schaufelberger. Schaufelberger tried to baseline, then backed out. He'll give it off to Austin Lawrence. Lawrence will swing it around to the other side to Craig Faulkner. Faulkner holding the ball, looking for somebody. Finally, he finds Jacob Hall at the head of the key, who then swings it over to the opposite side. Comes back up top to Austin Lawrence. Now over to Chilovich, who's just into the ball game. Shots up, the shot's no good. Sorry, that was Faulkner who had that pass. Comets, however, keep the ball as they get their own rebound, and now a missed shot is hit and goes out of bounds, and they're going to say last touch by Greenville. 2:27 to go, first quarter, 8-2 is the Comet lead. Shells will walk the ball on the floor. Zach Gleaner playing the point guard position. He'll dish it off to Chance Foss. Foss now stops between the circles, thought about trying to cut into the lane, but nothing was there. He'll dish it off. It comes back up top to Skip. Skip gives it off to Gentry. Gentry now gives it off to Vandiver. Vander has it down in the corners. He'll give it back to Skip. Back up top, it'll go to Gentry. Gentry looking inside, nothing there. Now he's going to try to stop and pop at the free throw line. No shot there, so he'll pass it off. It comes back to Chance Foss. Foss gives it in the corner as it's Vandiver with the ball. Back over to the other corner for a three. Comes up short. That time it was Chance Foss who could not make connection from three-point land. Hall down the lane, and then he'll kick it out in the wing to Schaufelberger. Schaufelberger's shots comes up short. Big rebound there for Chance Foss as he skied through the sky. Back the other way, it's Gentry. Gentry with a shot from three-point land, rolls out, fighting for the rebound. Foul going to be called on Randy Skip. Skip is going to pick up the foul. It'll be his first team foul against the Shells. And the Comets will inbound with 1:27 to go here in the first quarter. 8-2 is the Greenville lead. With the ball on the dribble is Faulkner. Faulkner will swing it over on the wing to Schaufelberger. Schaufelberger thought about a three and then decided to look inside. He finds Jacob Hall for the turnaround jumper. It goes round and round and finally goes down. Jacob Hall with his first 2 points of the game makes it 10-2 Greenville. Down to the final minute of the first quarter we go. Onto the wing it goes to Gentry. Gentry's going to try to drive the lane. It's congested. He'll kick it out to Skip. Skip to Vandiver. Vandiver has the ball over on the wing. Now he'll give it off to Skip instead of screen for him, and then they'll come back up top and give it to Gleaner. Back over to the right side it goes. Chance Foss with the ball. Stops, thought about firing, not quite there. Gives it to Vandiver, and quickly they go back the other way to Gleaner. Now back around to Foss, who drives the lane. Shot won't go. Comets come away with the rebound. Lid's been on the basket for the most part for the Roxana Shells here in the first quarter. Comets will probably settle down for the final shot as Austin Lawrence dishes off to Craig Faulkner. Faulkner goes out between the circles. Now he'll try to spin and drive. He's down to the side of the lane. He'll kick it off to Hall. Hall comes back up top, and they'll dish it back to Faulkner. Faulkner will reset as we head to 10 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Schaufelberger to Hall. Hall at the head of the key. Off on the left side to Faulkner. Faulkner throws the ball away, and the Shells going to have one final shot from midcourt. It's deflected. That's the way the first quarter ends. Greenville 10, Roxana 2. We'll be back with the second quarter action after these messages. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
It's the final play of the game. Down by 4, Andes will need to score to win it. The quarterback lines up. Ball is snapped. It's a handoff. He breaks outside of the tackle. He's got daylight. He could go all the way. Touchdown! Andes wins.
You too can score a touchdown at Andes Auto Sales.
Check out the all-star lineup at Andes Auto Sales today.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
Roper's Regal Beagle, located on Godfrey Road, is the Metro East premier sports bar and grill. Open Sunday through Thursday till 2 a.m. and Fridays and Saturdays till 3 a.m. At Roper's Regal Beagle, you will enjoy some of the area's best pizza from their wood-fired pizza oven. There's also a full kitchen offering a huge variety, as well as a soup and salad bar. Sports fans, Roper's Regal Beagle is the place to watch the game. 27 TVs, NFL ticket, Big Ten, Pac-12, and streaming local high school sports.
And the Alton Redbirds, and now the Roxana Shells, they're looking for a way to get some offense started, as in the first quarter they were limited to one field goal, that coming from Randy Skiff, and they trail here 10-2 as we head into quarter number 2. Zach Gleaner looks inside. He's able to pass the ball into Randy Skiff, and Skiff with a nice power move gets his second bucket of the night. He has all 4 points for the Shells, who draw to within 6. Back the other way, Schaufelberger with the ball, dishes it off to Austin Lawrence. Lawrence going to drive to the left elbow, and then he'll give it up because he'll give it to Faulkner. Faulkner out drives back to the same place. He'll give the ball to Jacob Hall. He'll give the ball back up top to Schaufelberger, and he'll reset the offense and call out a 1-4. Hall with the ball above the circles as he'll penetrate to the free throw line and then dish it off on the left side to Schaufelberger. Schaufelberger looking over his options there. Nothing much going on, so he'll give it up to Austin Lawrence. Lawrence with a baseline jumper right side. Little too long, little too strong. Coming away with it is Randy Skiff. Quickly, the Shells head back the other way. Now they'll set up on the perimeter and work the ball around the horn. Vandiver with the ball on the baseline. He's going to try to drive. He'll get the ball back out to Skiff. Skiff will swing it back around. It's in the hands of Gleaner. Now back to Skiff between the circles. Skiff looking for cutters. Nobody's heading anywhere, so he'll give it off to Vandiver. Blake with the ball at the right side of the free throw line extended. Now he'll back out to near midcourt. He'll give the ball up to Chance Foss. Foss between the circles, being guarded by Faulkner. Down in the corner, it'll go to Trace Gentry. Still can't find the range from three-point land. And so the Shells stuck on 4 now. 10-4, it's a 6-point lead. Their defense, however, has kept them in the game here in the early going, as Greenville has only mastered 10 points. Will Schaufelberger with the ball. We'll send it back up top to Craig Faulkner on the top of the key. Now it comes back up top to David Holden. Holden gives the ball off to Faulkner. Faulkner to Holden for a free throw shot, and it's good from the free throw line. Jacob Hall drains his second basket of the game, give him 4 points, give the Comets a 12-4 lead. 2 minutes in to quarter number 2. The Shells have Gleaner with the ball. They'll swing it back to Vandiver over on the left wing. Vandiver at the free throw line extended. He'll skip pass all the way across to Gleaner. Zach's going to have a nice bounce pass, looking for the shot, and it goes up and in for Randy Skiff. Skiff got a nice bounce and a nice roll there. Shooter touch gives him 6. That's all of the Shells' points here in the first half. 12-6 is the Comet lead as they'll reset the offense and see if they can get something going here. Faulkner with the ball over on the right wing. Faulkner going to look inside to Hall. Hall, who had a good shot last time from the free throw line, this time passes it up. They'll go back up top to Austin Lawrence. Lawrence going to send it over on the wing to Schaufelberger. Schaufelberger now going to kick it back on the left wing, as this time he'll dish it off to Austin Lawrence. Lawrence going to kick it back up top to Faulkner. Faulkner has a three-point shot go, and a foul going to be called on Randy Skiff. So this is something you don't see that often, a potential 4-point play as Randy Skiff picks up his second foul. And Craig Faulkner picks up the 3-point shot and an opportunity for a 4-point play. He eyes it. He tries it. We got problems all over the lane as they're going to call violations, and I think he's going to do it all over again. 5:04 to go, second quarter, 15-6 is the Comet lead as a substitute free throw for 6-foot senior Craig Faulkner. This time he eyes it, he tries it, and he buys it. So the Comets have 3 threes, 3 twos, and a free throw just for good measure, and they lead now 16-6. 5 minutes to go till halftime. With the ball is Zach Gleaner. Gleaner on the right side, looking down inside to see if he can find somebody. Nothing there, so he'll give to Vandeventer back up top. Vandever goes off to Gentry. Gentry gives back to Vandever. Blake brings the ball out, says, let's try something different. Back around they'll go, as this time it is Skiff with the ball. Skiff looking inside, can't find anything. They'll run a skip pass all the way across to Gleaner. He'll go back up top to Gentry. Gentry's 15-footer, no good. Tip-in attempt, no good by Chance Foss. And the Comets come away with the rebound. Faulkner with the ball up top, going to swing it over on the wing to Chilovich, who's just in there. Tim Chilovich just entered the lineup. They'll give the ball to Hall, who'll shoot a 12-footer from the left side, and it won't go. Roxana comes back with the ball the other way. They'll go off to Skiff, and Randy's going to be fouled as he goes to the basket. It'll be 2 shots for Skiff, as a foul going to be called on David Holden. That'll be his second. So Holden with those 2 free throws, or those 2 fouls, is probably going to have a seat. First free throw is up and no good. Holden is going to have that seat. Coming into the Greenville lineup will be Ryan Hutchison as Skiff gets ready to shoot his second free throw. First one is no good. This one he eyes, this one he tries, and this one he buys. So for Skiff, give him 5 points in the quarter, 7 points for the game. All 7 points for Roxana have come off the shooting hand of Randy Skiff. They trail here 16-7 as Greenville with Tim Chilovich over on the wing takes the ball inside to Hall. Hall and kicks it back out on the wing to Ryan Hutchison. Hutchison going to give off to Lawrence. Lawrence going to find a cutter to the basket, and that cutter is Craig Faulkner, who takes it to the hole. Nice move by Faulkner. Good assist there for the Comets. That makes it 18-7. The Comet lead has swelled to 11. Vandever tries to grow in the lane and then kick it out. He gets the first pass stuffed in his lap, but he's able to get it back out top. He goes to Gentry, now off the Skiff. Randy's shot is short again, and coming away with the rebound is Austin Lawrence for the Comets. Austin Lawrence with a nice move into the lane. Shot came up short. He's hollering for a foul. There will be none called. Vandever brings the ball down quickly for the Roxana Shells. Shells will call a timeout with 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 18-7 is the Comet lead. We'll be back after these messages. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
All right, sir, we finished all the services on your car. They'll take it over for your complimentary car wash, and they'll call you when it's ready.
Chance Foss. He'll toss the ball in to Zach Gleaner. Gleaner will set them up as they'll go 4 wide, 2 high and 2 low. The lane is wide open as the Shells run cutters through. Vander with the ball back up top as they'll reverse it over on the wing to Gleaner. Gleaner up top to Gentry. Gentry loses control as he heads into the lane for the turnover. Greenville can come back quickly. They'll look to the shot for Austin Lawrence. He says, no, I don't want to take that one, so he'll give the ball up to Faulkner, and they'll swing it all the way around to the opposite corner. And over there, Chilovich has the ball. He'll kick it back up top. Now they'll dish it off to Ryan Hutchison. Hutchison will give the ball up top to Faulkner. 3-point shot goes up and is no good by Tim Chilovich. Shells come down with a rebound, and as they head to the basket, They threw the ball out of bounds. Coach Briggs is asking for a tipped pass, and the referee says did not happen. So the turnover will give the ball back to the Comets. 2:16 to go till halftime. 18-7 is the Comet lead. Coming back the other way on a walk is Craig Faulkner. They get the ball across midcourt and then dish it over on the wing to Schuffelberger. Schuffelberger now tries to set the offense up, and he'll get the ball off to Lawrence. Lawrence gives it back to Schuffelberger. Schuffelberger will set up a 1-4 offense as they'll set 2 on the post and put 2 low each way. Over on the wing it goes to Ryan Hutchison. Hutchison gives it off to Lawrence. Lawrence at the head of the key did not make the pass that Coach Cantrell wanted, and so they'll come back and reset again. Schuffelberger sets a screen, then he goes into the lane. He's still there when the shot goes up by Ryan Hutchison, and Hutchison drains a 3 as he gets bottom of the net. The Shells are going to have to find a way to stop the 3 or counter, and they do, coming back with a 3 of their own, as this time it was Zach Gleaner with the tray. So it's 3 for 3 and 3 for us and 3 for you, and here we go again. 21-10 is the Comet lead as we head towards the last minute of the first half. Tim Cholovich going to take the ball inside. Nice power move by Austin Lawrence. His shot will not go. Randy Skiff comes away with the rebound. Quick lead pass to Gleaner. Gleaner going to give it off on the wing to Gentry. Gentry's shot does not catch iron. Back the other way come the Comets quickly. Shot goes up as it was Schuffelberger heading to the lane, and they're going to call the foul on 22, I believe. And that will be Zach Gleaner going to pick up his first. It'll be the team thirds. Schuffelberger going to shoot a couple of free throws. Well, we know he can shoot from three-point land. He's made 2 of those. This is his first attempt from the charity stripe. Will Schuffelberger will eye it, will try it, and will buy it. Returning to the Comet lineup is Jacob Hall as he'll replace Ryan Hutchison for Coach Todd Cantrell. And Schuffelberger will get ready to shoot his second free throw. Gets the ball in his hands, take a couple 3 or 4 dribbles, spins the ball again. Now he eyes it, now he tries it, now he buys it. Kind of rolled that one around, kissed the front of the iron, the back of the iron, the front of the iron again. Finally ran out of gas and dropped on through. Skiff with the baseline jumper is good. Nice move there by Randy Skiff. Quick release. Give him 7 in the quarter. Give him 9 in the game. As the Shells have drawn to within 23-12. Right now it looks like with 25 seconds to go, Greenville may wait for the last shot. They're not going to get a chance because of good pressure on the sideline. It's a turnover as Craig Faulkner stepped on the sideline. So now Roxana, trailing by 11, will perhaps have a chance to get closer here with a 2 or a 3 in the final 20 seconds. Bringing the ball up on the dribble is Gleaner. Gleaner heads over to the left wing, picks up his dribble, trying to find somebody to get it to. Finally gets it to Chance Foss as we head to 10 seconds. Foss between the circles, going to drive. He'll kick out on the wing to Gleaner. His three-point shot comes up short. Going to be a foul on the Shells as Trace Gentry was pushing from behind. And so he's going to get a foul called. It'll be his first, team's fourth. Comets will inbounds with 2 seconds. Stop and pop from midcourt. Comes up short. And we have come to halftime. Greenville 23, Roxana 12. We'll take a break and be back with halftime. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
In the market for a new Nissan? Go no further than Auto Centers Nissan in Wood River, the #1 volume Nissan dealer in the Midwest. Auto Centers always has a huge selection, and every new Nissan is backed by Auto Centers' exclusive low price guarantee, 30-day return, and lifetime powertrain warranty. Auto Centers also has a gigantic pre-owned inventory, and regardless of any credit problems, Auto Centers will get you approved. So be wiggity wise and hurry into Auto Centers Nissan, Highway 255 and 143 in Wood River, Illinois. AutoCentersNissan.com.
One of the greatest myths about car dealers is that some pay less for their cars than others. Hi, I'm John Roberts, and we all pay the same. Here at Roberts Motors, we can compete with any Ford dealer, regardless of how big they are or how great they say their deals are. The #1 concern of anyone buying a car today is service. At Roberts Motors, we pride ourselves in exceptional service before, after, and during the sale. Stop in today and see why Roberts has been the home of happy customers since 1949. Or see us online at RiverBender.com.
At Shell Community Federal Credit Union, you are important. We work hard to ensure you have the best banking experience possible. Whether you are inquiring about opening a savings account or wanting to learn more about a loan, our professionals are here to help you with any questions, and we will walk you through every step of the process. Since opening our doors in 1935, we've never forgotten that our members are our most important asset, which is why we continue to excel. For all your banking needs, Shell is the one place to go.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Faulkner, and he simply drives to the right side and finds an opening, and Faulkner picks up his 8th point of the game, makes it 25-12. The Shells have Zach Gleaner out there. He just gave the ball off to Chance Foss. Foss back to Gleaner. Also have Trace Gentry out there in the starting lineup, Randy Skiff, and Chance Foss. And they're along with, looks like over on the far side, that's Jordan Hawkins. As the ball comes over to Gleaner, back up top to Skiff. Skiff going to dish it off to Gentry. Gentry goes down in the corner to Foss. Foss dribbles it back out between the circles and gives the ball off to Skiff. Skiff goes back up top to Gentry, who'll spot up for a three. Still can't find the range. Coming away with the rebound, Jacob Hall, and the Comets head the other way. Pass is hit, but not deflected enough as it comes right back to Hall. His shot is up, but no good. And back the other way go the Shells, and they'll be guilty of a travel. Ball back over to the Comets, who lead this one 25-12. They've been in command pretty much the entire way, opening up a 10-2 lead after quarter number 1. Faulkner brings the ball across midcourt as he's being guarded by Foss. He'll go up top as he'll dish it off to Hutchison. Tyler will swing it around on the wing to Schaufelberger. Schaufelberger back to Faulkner. Now they'll swing back this way, giving the ball off to David Holden. Holden out behind the three-point line. Nobody really wanting to guard him too closely, but he's looking to see if he can't get something going offensively. They're still giving him that three if he wants to take it. Instead, he'll dish it off up top to Jacob Hall. Into the corner of Schaufelberger. Schaufelberger gets bottom of the net. He said, don't leave me open from three-point land. That's his 3rd three of the night. Gives him 11 points in the game. Makes it 28-12. Comets with the lead. Shells with the ball. Gentry does a spin, goes down the lane, almost lost the ball, and then has his shot rejected by Jacob Hall. So it'll be Shells' ball out of bounds under their own basket. Trace Gentry will be the trigger man. Nope, they're going to switch and put Zach Gleaner in there instead. Gleaner will get the ball in. He's trying. He's looking. Finally, he gets it in to Skiff. Skiff will give the ball back to Gleaner, and Gleaner will bring it back up and reset the offense. Chance Foss with the ball, going to go down the left side of the lane. Has the ball poked, and it goes off his leg for a turnover, and the ball will go back over to Greenville. The Shells with a height disadvantage tonight, trying to go inside, and when they do, they're getting the ball taken away. That time it went off the Shells' leg. It'll go back over to the Shells. Jacob Hall with the ball gives off to Dave Holden. Holden back up top for Schaufelberger, and Schaufelberger does it again. Another three gives him 14 points on the game, and Coach Mark Briggs says we need a timeout. As they take a break, we'll take a break too. 1 minute, just under 1 minute to go in the 3rd quarter. 31-12 is the Comet lead, and you're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
Set, hit. Protection! Can anyone over there give me protection? Danny Holt. Put me in, coach. I can offer protection. Set, hit. Not only can I protect the quarterback, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
They had but 1 3 on the evening, and in the 3rd quarter, they're still scoreless, much as they were in quarter number 1. And so the lead is 31-12 for the Comets, as the Shells will bring a ball across court. Zach Gleaner on the dribble, being guarded by Schaufelberger, picks up his dribble. Now he'll give the ball off to Chance Foss. Foss down in the corner, and it'll go back up top to Skip. Skip going to try the entry pass to Gentry. Gentry, the left-handed off the glass. No good. Hit a little bit too hard. Schaufelberger fights for the rebound. He gets it. He'll go coast to coast and get the layup. Schaufelberger, who's shown he can shoot from three-point land, also shows he can drive to the basket. Quickly back the other way. The Shells come. They'll give a two-point basket to Trace Gentry, but the Shells will take anything they can get right now. That's their first bucket of the second half. Schaufelberger misses the three, chases in and gets his own rebound. Now he'll swing it back over to the other side. Down in the corner, it'll go to David Holden. Holden loses control of the ball, and the Shells will come back the other way. It's coming inside quickly with Skip. He has his shot blocked, and the Comets go back the other way. They'll try quickly to head to the hole. Faulkner's shot is blocked, and he's blocked out of bounds. Looks like we got a man down as Chance Foss is a little slow getting up. Down at the other end, Randy Skiff will hold things up, and the Shells will set up the offense. 4.5 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Inside the Skiff it goes, back up top to Gentry. Gentry will swing it back up top to Gleaner. Gleaner will reset the offense, giving it off to Skip. Over on the left wing, it goes to Foss. Now a jump shot up and comes up short. And the Shells fight for the rebound. They called the timeout. They got the timeout before they lost control. Break for the Shells, one of the few tonight. Halfway through quarter number 3, 33-14 is the Comet lead. As we'll take a break in the action, you're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
We're always looking for better ways to do things, but with some banks, better for them isn't always better for you.
You've reached Megabank. Press 1 to hear your current balance. Press 2 to hear these options again.
Introducing free Kasasa checking. When you do stuff for us, like swipe your debit card or get e-statements, we make it even better for you with cash back and refunds on ATM fees. Kasasa, carried locally at Liberty Bank. Do you, Kasasa?
As they got that timeout before losing control of the ball, Trace Gentry will inbound on the near sideline, right in front of the Roxana bench. He'll get it in to Gleaner. Gleaner loses the ball. Schaufelberger comes up with it. Another turnover for the Shells. Haven't made that many tonight. Just can't get shots to fall, it seems like. Schaufelberger is going to come out and set up his offense, and now a slicing, dicing move that time by Craig Faulkner. His shot will not go, but the rebound and putback is good by Tyler Hutchison, as Hutchison powered the ball to the basket, drew the foul on Zach Gleaner, and still was able to get the shot to drop. So Tyler Hutchison, with his 4th point of the game, looking for number 5 as he eyes it. He tries it. He can't buy it. However, there are the Comets once again to get the rebound. This time it was Jacob Hall, and as Hall goes back up for the shot, Trace Gentry is going to be called for the foul. It'll be his 2nd. So to the free throw line will go Jacob Hall with 4 points tonight. He'll get a couple of free throws as we're down to 3:44 to go in the 3rd quarter. Hall will eye it. Hall will try it. Hall can't buy it as that one rolled off. Tim Chilovich comes into the game, as well as Austin Lawrence for the Comets. And having a seat is Zach Gleaner for the Shells, as Blake Vandiver will replace him. Hall gets ready for his 2nd free throw. He eyes it. He tries it. He buys it. So 1 for 2 from the charity strike gives Hall 5 points on the night, makes it 36-14. 22-point lead for the Shells. They'll drive the baseline quickly, shots up and will not go, as Gentry tried that baseline left side, forced his way in, got the foul to be called on Jacob Hall. Hall will pick up his 1st foul. And a little bit of hesitation there. They'll decide who's going to set up where in the lane. Now they got that set. And Gentry to the free throw line to shoot a pair. First one's up. First one's good. Shells are 2 for 3 from the charity stripe tonight. As Gentry, a 77% free throw shooter, will get set to do it again. He eyes it. He tries it. He buys it. Tickled the twine, but never touched the metal. 36-16. Back to a 20-point game. Comets with the lead and the ball. Faulkner looking inside. Now they'll kick back outside to Chilovich. Reverse around to Schaufelberger. Schaufelberger gets bottom of the net. What else is new, as he's put together an 11-point quarter, 19 points on the night. Definitely a candidate for our Munganess Alton Toyota Player of the Game at this point. We'll decide who that is and announce it in our post-game show. It looks like David Holden going to come back into the lineup, as well as Ryan Hutchison for the Comets. Schaufelberger's going to rest that arm, and so is Jacob Hall, as they'll both head to the seat to get a well-deserved rest. Trace Gentry inbounds it to Randy Skiff. Skiff back to Gentry. Gentry goes over on the wing to Vandiver. Blake with the ball gives it up top to Skiff. Skiff back on the wing on the right side to Gentry. Gentry looking for a screen. Instead, he'll go away from that screen. Now he'll spin, try to go down the lane, then dish it off to Hawkins. Errant pass is deflected and then taken away by the Comets. Back they come as Austin Lawrence has the ball. Back up top, he'll go to Craig Faulkner. Faulkner will swing it over to Tim Chilovich just in the game. Back to Lawrence for a baseline jumper, and it's good. Nice little move that time from Austin Lawrence. His first 2 points of the game makes it 41-16. Comets been in control with this one, as we said, from the early going. Open up a 10-2 lead. Now we're going to say foul on the play, as trying to get the pass out was Jordan Hawkins. And they're going to say that he was fouled by Austin Lawrence. And Lawrence just kind of nods his head in agreement with the referee. That's a good call. As Gleaner will replace Chance Foss in the Roxana lineup. And then Zach will be the trigger man. We get it into Vandiver. Blake with the ball. Free throw line extended on the right side. They'll swing it back around the other side. And the pass by Gentry goes out of bounds. And it's another turnover on the Shells. 2:21 to go, third quarter, 41-16 is our score. It's a 25-point lead for the Comets, as they're looking for their 15th win of the year tonight. They're 14-1 overall. They're 3-0 in South Central Conference play. With the ball coming out from the corner is David Holden. He'll swing it back around to Chilovich. He'll fire up a three. Comes up a little short. Coming away with the rebound is Blake Vandiver. He'll come down quickly. Go off on the corner to Skiff. Skiff's baseline jumper, no good, as he couldn't get the finger roll to go. And back the other way comes Austin Lawrence. Lawrence swings the ball around, dribbles in a circle. Now he'll give the ball off to Faulkner. He'll fire a three. It won't go. Vandiver going to come away with the rebound for the Shells. Down in the corner, it'll go to Gleaner, and then back up top to Vandiver. Blake trying to get somebody to set a pick for him. He gets the pick. He'll go and stop and pop from 15. It won't go. Gentry, however, chases down the rebound. Vandiver going to try a three. Bottom of the net. First three of the night, first points of the night for Blake Vandiver. Now the Comets come back quickly, and they'll throw the ball away as the Shell's going to try to go coast to coast. Shots up, rolls off the rim for Trace Gentry, and has been that kind of night for Roxana tonight. Can't get the shots to roll as we headed into the final minute of the third quarter. 41-19 is the Comet lead. They have the ball. Lawrence with it, head of the key. He'll swing it over on the far side to Ryan Hutchison, who gets bottom of the net. So Ryan Hutchison comes up with his first 2 points, first 2 points of the second half. Now they'll go back the other way, and going to be a foul called on the Shells as the Comets forcing the action inside, and the Shells guilty of another foul. This one will go against Jordan Hawkins. It'll send to the free throw line Craig Faulkner to shoot two. Faulkner's first shot is up, and it's good. He'll get another one. As coming into the Comet lineup is Colton Rainey. Colton Rainey in the lineup. As a second free throw. Going to be a violation on 1-5 White, so they'll do it again. So the Roxana fans thought that violation might go against the Comets, but it doesn't. And for the second time tonight, we'll have a substitute free throw. As up and in it goes for Craig Faulkner. Faulkner will now have a seat. As replacing him is Michael Intude. Michael Intude into the lineup for the Comets as the Shells bring the ball down the floor. Setting a screen for Skiff. Skiff looking back up top for Vandiver. Vandiver holding on to the ball down to the final 15 seconds we go as he gives it up to Gleaner. Gleaner now back to Vandiver over on the right wing. Backdoor cut by Gentry. They didn't find him, so they'll swing it back around and patiently wait with less than 7 seconds to go. Now they try to go inside. Ball is batted away. And Greenville this time gets the quick timeout with 1.1 seconds to go in the third quarter. Greenville will get the ball following this timeout, and they lead 46-19. We'll be back after these messages. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
I'll grab the birthday cake. You bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
Dad, the toilet's clogged again.
Ruderman to the rescue. We'll clean any drain, anytime, anywhere. Ruderman is your locally owned and operated plumbing and drain cleaning company. We're friendly, fast, and reliable. Ruderman takes the extra steps to protect your home while providing stellar 24-hour emergency superhero service with hometown pricing. So for plumbing repairs, drain cleaning, water heaters, filtration systems, or just when your house pipes are in trouble, call Ruderman. Sports, food, and good times. That's what you'll find at Alton Sports Tap. With our daily specials and the best wings around, no game day is complete without us. Between our main bar, enclosed and outdoor patios, you won't know where to begin your evening. Alton Sports Tap has a spacious banquet center offering plenty of space to host any event and the food to make it great. Whether you stop by to catch a game, grab dinner, or enjoy our new live gaming, Sports Tap has got you covered.
Gary Boker up here in the top row at mid-court. That's where our vantage point is for the broadcast now. Remind you that at the end of tonight's game, we'll award the Munganast Alton Toyota Player of the Game Award. Right now, it looks like that's probably going to go to a Comet. As the Shells get the ball, they missed the shot off the bat, but they get the rebound, and that is Jordan Hawkins, the freshman, coming up with his first points of the game. And he'll go to the free throw line to see if he can complete the old-fashioned three-point play. That foul, I believe, went against Gleaner. Free throw is good as the free throw, went against the number 42. Well, in any event, we'll go back to live action as Greenville is continuing to play on, and with the shot going up and good is number 22, Colton Rainey. And Rainey's the one who picked up the foul just a moment ago. He now picks up his first points, making it 48-22. Now come the Shells with Vandiver over on the left wing. They'll swing it over to the right wing to Randy Skiff. Skiff goes back up top to Gleaner. He'll fire a long three. It won't go. Fighting for the rebound, going to say last touch by the Comets, as there was two guys there, Chilovich and looked like Austin, fighting for the ball. Gentry will inbound under his own basket. He'll get it in to Skiff. Skiff now finds a baseline opening. He goes to the hole. It won't go as he kicks off the backboard and then off the iron, comes out, and away come the Comets with the rebound. 6:48 to go. 48-22 is our score. Comets take the ball around the horn as they'll give it off to Intude. Intude going to swing it back up top to Austin. Austin out in the corner to Chilovich. Chilovich thought about a three, and still he'll go back to Austin. Austin now is going to penetrate the lane and then kick it up top to Intude. His shot's no good. Vandiver comes up with yet another rebound over there. He'll send the long pass ahead. Down in the corner, it'll go to Gleaner. Gleaner's shot is good for three as he gets bottom of the net. He's hit 2 buckets tonight, both from three-point land, give him 6 points on the evening. Back the other way, the Comets try a three, and it won't go. They get the rebound, however, as Colton Rainey comes away with it. He'll bring it back between the circles, reset the offense. Gives it off to Lawrence. Lawrence going to dribble back up top and gives it off to Rainey. Rainey looking for somebody inside. Now he finds the cutter Intude. Intude shots up, and it's good. So for Intude, his first 2 points of the game. And it makes it 50-25. Down the other way go the Shells as Gentry's going to fire an 18-footer. Comes up off the iron. No good. Lawrence comes away, and the Comets go back to the north end. Comets looking, as we said, for their 15th win. Only one loss this season. That came back early in December. Driving shot is up, and it's good by number 22, Colton Rainey, who's come up with yet another bucket here in the fourth quarter. So Rainey has picked up a couple here. We'll go back the other way. Lawrence says, hey, let's slow down, settle things up here. We got 5 minutes to go. We have a respectable 52-25 lead. On the other hand, why not shoot, says Colton Rainey. The shot's up, no good. The rebound is also no good, as that was Rainey coming up with it. Shot's no good. Down at the other end, we got a block, and we got some more substitutes coming in for Roxana. They'll send Sean Potter into the lineup, and Porter's into the lineup, and let's see, who's the other one in there? I have to pick him out. Well, there's nobody in there right now. Somebody went out, 2 went out, and only 1 went in. And so it was Hawkins who was supposed to stay in the lineup. So I thought they had 2 guys go in, but in any event, they've got 5 on the floor white, 5 on the floor black. It'll be white ball is the way we go. Sean Porter with the ball. Porter gives off to Skip back to Porter. They'll go around the corner, all the way around the horn, and come back up top. Double dribble that time by Gleaner as he thought about passing and then decided to pick it up and dribble one more time. You can't do that. So the turnover will go against the Shells with 4:31 to go here in the fourth quarter. 52-25 is the Comet lead. Intude bringing the ball down the floor. We'll give the ball off to Hutchison, Ryan Hutchison that is. Now it goes off to Colton Rainey. Back up top, they'll swing it to Hutchison. Now they'll swing it over to Intude. Intude back up top, gives it to Meadows. Meadows gets bottom of the net. Jordan Meadows with a tray. As that puts him in the scorebook with a 3. And the Comets continue to pile it on. 55-25 is the lead over the Roxana Shells. The new guys in the game, but the new guys seem like they're shooting just like the other guys who were in there for the Comets. As we said, they've had but 1 loss this year. They've won 13 straight games. Their last win was a 51-38 victory over Southwestern on Tuesday night. Their last loss and only loss, as we said, came way back early in the year. As there we go, a 3-pointer is up and good by Chance Foss, as Foss gets bottom of the net for his first points of the night. As we said, the Comets working the ball around the perimeter. Inside the baseline they'll go. They'll swing it back around to the opposite corner, as it'll be Rainey, and next to him is Hutchison. That goes out to Chilovich, who gets it back in the corner. Chilovich with a nice baseline pass to Hutchison, Ryan Hutchison that is. Now they'll go back to the big guy, Meadows. Meadows says, no, I don't need a shot right now. 2:45. They're just working the ball and working the clock a little bit. The only loss for the Comets this year came to Oakville as they were defeated by 20 points at Carlisle in the early season tournament. They turn around 2 weeks later and defeated that same Oakville team. So they avenged their only loss of the season. And as we said, they're on a 13-game winning streak. This 3-pointer comes up short. Coming away with a rebound is Chance Foss. He'll try the lead pass as he was looking for Sean Porter. Porter wasn't ready, hit him in the head, and out of bounds it went. In for the Comets comes number 54, Brady Simpson. And number 40 coming in as well, and that is Dylan Holloman. Number 40 is Dylan Holloman. Holloman has the ball. Gives it off to Meadows. Back the other way they'll go. Inside it goes. Shots up and no good by Simpson, and the Shells come away with it. They'll work the ball around, giving the ball off to Gleaner. Gleaner now down in the corner, goes off to Hawkins. Hawkins swings it all the way back around as they'll bring it to Foss and take it to the left side and give it to Randy Skiff. Skiff going to dish it off to Chance Foss for a long three, and as has been the case so often tonight, it won't go. Although the Shells do have 4 threes on the evening, trailing in this one 55-20 with 1-2-3 showing on the fourth quarter clock. The ball comes over on the wing. They'll dish it off to Meadows. Meadows gives the ball off to Simpson. Brady Simpson with the ball. Now a long three-pointer up, and it's good. And this from Colton Rainey. And Rainey has put together a pretty good quarter himself, as he now has 7 points, all of them coming here in the fourth quarter. A minute 6 left in this one as the Comets are headed to victory number 15 on the season. Shells will drop back to 8-8 overall, and they'll be 1-2 in South Central Conference play. In the ball game for the Shells is Trey Kelly. Kelly gives the ball off to Gleaner. Gleaner now back up top to Kelly. Kelly swings it back around to the other side to Foss. His three-point shot will not go. Coming up with the rebound is Brady Simpson. 40 seconds to go as the Comets will walk the ball down the floor. Simpson on the dribble. Now he'll dish it off to Meadows. Meadows almost had the pass picked. Gives it off to Rainey. Rainey has his shot roll around. It won't go down. Trey Kelly comes up with a rebound. Down to 25 seconds and counting as the Shells have the ball deep in the corner. They'll kick it back up top to Zach Gleaner. Gleaner's going to give the ball off to Trey Kelly. Kelly between the circles gives the ball off on the wing as he'll dish it off to Sean Porter. Inside it goes, and the pass is picked off. And I think Greenville says now with 4 seconds to go, let's just let this one work its way out. And our final score will be 58-28 in favor of the Greenville Comets over the Roxana Shells, as the Greenville Comets improve to 15-1. Shells drop to 8-8. We'll take one final break and come back to recap this South Central Conference action.